Hi everybody, Coach Connie here from Xtreme-Measures, and that's with an Xtreme-Measures.com. And you know, I was going to do a post today on a really important topic, and I realized that the topic was so important that my mere words in a post I don't think would get across the urgency or message that I really want people to hear. And what that is we're all responsible for our own health. And I'm at an age where a lot of my friends are retiring, and I'm seeing a trend happening that is very, very disturbing for me. And what that is a trend where a decision is made to take over a responsibility of your health when you get older. And you know, I believe it's never too late, but for all of you that aren't in your 50s, late 50s or 60s, that's who I'm really appealing to right now and hoping to get this message across. You have an opportunity to take control of your health today. We all do. Don't wait until you retire and think that's the time you're going to take responsibility for your health. Unfortunately, it might be too late. And I'm going to tell you why and what happened to me and why I'm giving this message. And that is, I have a very heavy heart today. And that's because I found out a really, really dear friend of mine has entered hospice. I know this individual. I've known them for over 23 years. They live close to me here in my hometown, walking distance. And they were a postman. They delivered mail, very healthy, delivering mail every day, walking every day in the neighborhood, got to know them, living close to me, wonderful person. And this individual recently took an early retirement, close to 60, took an early retirement. And a month after retirement, on our walk, said to me one morning, Connie, I'm going to be going to the doctor and getting a complete physical. Haven't had that in years. Meanwhile, you know, he was a walker, he wasn't overweight, and he went to the gym every day. I was helping him with some working out of his muscles, right? 3 days a week. He wanted a simple routine. So when he went to the doctor, he made this, and the doctor then said, oh, you haven't been in a long while. We need to get a lot of information from you. So he started testing him. He got a lot of tests done, and I'm all for testing, right? But he got a lot of tests done. And about 6 months ago, some results on tests indicated cancer. Indicated he had stomach cancer, of all cancers. And he came to me, and we were going out for our walk one morning, and said, Connie, I have stomach cancer. I said, what? Stomach cancer? He goes, yeah. And I go, wow. I mean, he's really the first person I know as a friend that has stomach cancer. And he said, yeah. I said, well, how do you feel? And he says, I wouldn't know any different. I feel fine. I eat fine. Everything's fine. I go, well, maybe everything is fine. Maybe what they found was a cancer. And this is from a medical opinion here, but maybe it was cancer, but it's not activated. You know, it's just laying dormant because you don't have any, you're doing everything you normally do. You eat normal, your sleep is normal, your energy level hasn't changed. You're not seeing any changes in your body. So maybe it's just, you know, you're aware of it. And maybe we just start tracking basic indicators and making sure you stay healthy, right? And he said, well, they're recommending surgery and to cut away part of the stomach, as much of the cancer as they can find. I said, oh, are you sure you want to go through that when you feel fine? And I said, I respect your decision. I respect anyone's decision, and I have respect for the authorities. But I do believe sometimes we need to question things, especially oncologists, doctors who have to recommend either radiology or chemotherapy as treatment, where they can get their license pulled. But anyway, and I let him know that. He chose to go the route. It was his decision. I respect his decision, but he chose to go the route of the surgery, and what was next was going to be chemotherapy treatments. This was 6 months ago. And he had the surgery very, very quickly. Had the surgery. They cut out 3/4 of his stomach. He then had a tube. He had he couldn't eat on his own, and he had a tube put down, and he was really, really sick. He already was not heavy or had a lot of extra fat on him. He was a very lean man, so he was just drawn. He looked like death came over him, and I kept thinking, well, the experts know. They know what they're doing. They needed to cut it out, and supposedly they got all the cancer cut out. But the stomach area, you know, very concerning, right? Because so much comes from our stomach, or a lot happens in the stomach. The stomach's responsible for lots of things. It's like our second brain. Well, 2 weeks later, I went and visited him 2 weeks later, and I was helping him with different foods along with a registered dietitian as part of his program, different foods to get down when he started eating, because they expected him to start eating normal without the feeding tube like a week later. But a few weeks after that, he was eating normal food. He was recommended to start chemotherapy. And I just looked at him at one of my visits. I said, chemotherapy, you're still recovering from 3/4 of your stomach getting taken out. I said, your body has so much to heal from right now before I would start chemotherapy, because that's just going to kill everything good too. And I said, please go talk to your doctor about this, your oncologist, because, you know, you might want to think about getting through. Supposedly they cut the cancer out. You're starting to get on foods for the first time. You're getting some energy back. You're getting up out of bed, and you're getting up every morning. And I'm seeing small changes. But if they start dosing you with chemotherapy, you're going to be down and out. I mean, this is going to take everything out of you, especially with what you've just been under with the surgery. Well, he decided again to choose the route of his recommended expert physicians. And I have to tell you, it's been a slow, painful way to look at a person deteriorate. I continued to visit him, but could see there was no coming back. And I'm a really optimistic person, but it was really bad. And just this weekend on my visit, found out that he's only got a few weeks left, and he's in hospice, and he has 24-hour care in his own home. And I saw him, and he said to me, I wish I'd listened to you. And I said, oh no. I said, what do you mean? I said, I'm not right, I'm not wrong. It was only an option. We have many options in life, and you know, we choose what we think is right. And sometimes the choices we make aren't right, and sometimes maybe we can't get back from those choices that aren't right. But maybe others around you will learn from that. And I just said, you know, personally, if I'm feeling really good and somebody tells me I have cancer, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it hasn't happened to me yet, but I certainly hope, I honestly hope I don't react to drastic measures and opening up my body or chemotherapy when I don't feel any differently. My views are very different, but I just felt compelled to talk to all of you. You know, get other opinions, find out other paths to take. Do your research. I think that this individual felt very stressed to take action right away. And you know what? He had just retired. The only reason he was even going to the doctor is he thought it's time he start like looking at his numbers and maybe taking more accountability for his health. And first of all, don't wait till after you retire. Secondly, if you feel really good and somebody tells you you've got cancer and you're going to be cut open and you're going to be on chemotherapy treatment, I think you need to do a little more investigation yourself. I really do. I think you need to talk to others. I really think it's not a quick decision you make here. You need lots of research on your own or with others to help for you to make the best decision you can for you. So, and a lot of factors are taken into mind with that, like your age is one of them and things like that, and level of diagnosis, degree of diagnosis, things like that. But it just really hit me this week. This isn't the first time this has happened. I had a second individual that I worked with up in San Francisco that soon after retirement, at a young age, in the mid-50s, decided to go to a doctor, get a complete physical, find out he had some rare blood disease, and I only knew him for another year after that. So, you know, my message is, I guess, to people that are younger, that we're all responsible for our own health. And although you might not get a diagnosis of cancer, or I might not have a diagnosis of cancer, that doesn't mean that I can't start taking action today to ensure I don't pull the trigger quicker than it needs to be pulled. Because my goal is to go out of this life full of vigor and life and happiness and joy until the last day, kind of like the triangle. I'm going to be going out of this world doing exactly what I want to do with vigor and energy. And one morning, maybe, or one day, it just happened. That's my goal. So it's to get there, I really have to take accountability for my own health and wellness. And it's not waiting until I get, you know, older, or I decide to retire, or whatever. It's every single day taking accountability. That's my message. Don't wait. Take accountability every single day, because every moment, every decision, and every moment counts. It counts. So do me a favor and do that. Take accountability for your health. And don't wait, okay? Bye-bye.